Imagine stepping outside, and the very air inside your nose instantly turns to ice. Every breath feels like swallowing a mouthful of tiny needles, and a thick, ghostly white fog wraps around the streets, swallowing the buildings and silencing the sound of the world. In this place, the cold isn't just an inconvenience. It is a dominant force of nature. If you throw a cup of boiling water into the air, it instantly explodes into a cloud of ice crystals before a single drop hits the ground. This sounds like an unlivable wasteland. Yet, this is a thriving, bustling modern metropolis with high-rise apartments, crowded public buses, universities, and late-night restaurants. Welcome to Yakutsk, the capital of the Sakha Republic in deep eastern Siberia, officially the coldest major city on Earth. When winter temperatures routinely plunge to minus 50 degrees Celsius, the rest of the world looks on in disbelief. It raises a fascinating question. How can nearly 400,000 people live, work, and build a life in the coldest city on Earth? To find the answer, you have to look past the shocking weather statistics and see how human ingenuity transforms an unlivable climate into an ordinary home. To walk the winter streets of Yakutsk is to step into a world completely blanketed by what locals call human-made ice fog. When the temperature drops below minus 40, the air becomes so frozen and dry that it can no longer absorb moisture. The collective breath of thousands of pedestrians, the steam from heating vents, and the exhaust from traffic freeze instantly in mid-air, trapping the city in a permanent gray shroud for months on end. Visibility drops to just a few meters, and streetlights appear as faint, ghostly halos in the mist. As you navigate these frozen sidewalks, you quickly notice one of the most bizarre sights in the world. Every single car on the road is emitting a constant cloud of thick white smoke. In Yakutsk, vehicles run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, from October until April. If a driver turns off their engine in minus 50 degrees for even an hour, the motor oil freezes into a solid sludge, the brakes lock up, and the engine block can crack like ice. Leaving a car idling all night long uses a massive amount of fuel, but is simply the baseline cost of survival. For those without heated garages, the city streets become a continuous chorus of humming engines that never sleep. Despite a climate that actively tries to freeze anything it touches, the rhythm of daily life in Yakutsk never stops. The city's residents don't see themselves as victims of the weather. They prepare for it like soldiers heading into battle. Getting dressed is a tactical calculation of layers. Because high-tech synthetic sportswear often stiffens and cracks in extreme cold, people rely on nature's original engineering. Heavy coats of thick fur and torbesa. Traditional boots hand-stitched from reindeer hide. By the time the average commuter walks out the door, they are carrying an extra 10 to 15 pounds of clothing, moving with the slow, deliberate pace of astronauts exploring an alien planet. This heavy armor allows the community to function normally. While a few inches of snow can paralyze major cities in Western Europe or North America, the schools and businesses of Yakutsk have an ironclad resilience. Crowded public buses push through the blinding ice fog, and sidewalks are filled with residents walking to work. Even the children endure the freeze. Primary schools only switch to online learning when the thermometer drops past minus 45 degrees, while older teenagers are expected to show up for class until it hits a bone-chilling minus 50. By afternoon, during the brief, dim hours of twilight, the center of urban life shifts to the city's famous open-air market, known as the Frozen Bazaar. Walking into this marketplace feels like entering a surreal outdoor museum. There are no refrigerators, no glass display cases, and no heating lamps. The entire world is a freezer. Vendors stand outside for 8 to 10 hours a day, wrapped in massive layers of fur while standing on thick blocks of styrofoam to isolate their feet from the frozen earth. On the wooden tables before them lie the local delicacies: sturgeon, pike, and whitefish caught from the deep rivers of northern Siberia. These fish don't lie flat. They stand perfectly straight up, frozen solid like wooden logs jammed into the snow. When a customer makes a purchase, the vendor doesn't use a knife. They use a handsaw to slice through the frozen flesh, spraying fine, icy fish dust into the air. This extreme environment has heavily shaped the local diet. In a place where the soil is permanently frozen and agriculture is impossible for most of the year, survival relies on calorie-rich proteins. The centerpiece of many family dinners is stroganina, raw, frozen fish or horse meat, shaved into paper-thin, curling ribbons. Eaten immediately with a simple dip of salt and pepper, the frozen ribbons melt instantly on the tongue, providing the essential fats and vitamins needed to endure the dark winter months. But to truly understand how people live here, you have to realize that this endless winter is only half the story. The ultimate secret to Yakutsk is a shocking contrast that most outsiders never see. This city is not frozen forever. When the calendar shifts to June and July, Yakutsk undergoes a magnificent, almost unbelievable transformation. The ice fog vanishes, the snow melts away, and the sun barely dips below the horizon, bringing the famous white nights of the north. Suddenly, the coldest city on Earth becomes surprisingly warm. The heavy fur coats and reindeer boots are packed away, replaced by t-shirts and shorts. This extreme swing of the seasons is a powerful reminder of the land's true nature. The people of Yakutsk don't stay here because they love the bitter dark. They stay because they love the land itself. Yakutsk teaches us something profound about human nature. It proves that home isn't defined by the climate outside the window. It is defined by the warmth, resilience, and adaptability of the people inside. If you could explore any country, city, or hidden corner of the world in our next film, where would it be? Let me know in the comments below. Your suggestion might just become the focus of our next documentary. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep exploring.